All right. We had our meeting with the mechanic. He's not real wild about being on video, but he said I can video all I want up here. Ooh, that's a nice truck right there. Man. So I'm gonna do some advertising for his place until he gives me a reason not to. I gave him a little bit of cash to get started, 200 bucks. Goodwill money, so he knows I'm serious. And I'm gonna be calling him, asking him questions, and I don't want to abuse his time. His expertise is worth money. So I'm gonna get a little shot of his sign right now. It is called King Machine and Welding. They build race cars. I think he still races. It stinks. There's a racetrack nearby that they closed down, and Copart bought them. But there's still racetracks around here. I mean, in his shop, I might get a video of it. They've got a race car in the shop. So this is definitely my guy. He will not work on the internal engine, but he recommended the people that will. So we got the project kicked off, and my next shot, I'm gonna get a shot of the shop. My garage was an absolute disaster, so I've been spending a few days cleaning that out and getting it organized, because I've got quite a few tools to buy that take up space. Cherry picker, engine stand, and he did say, this is real good, if I'm wanting to do a project and I don't want to buy the 3 or 4 expensive tools, he said I can come up here and rent his tools and have him there for his expertise. So that's a big deal, having access to a machine shop with experts on hand, and they've got several guys there. So all right, this will be the end of this video. All right, here's the shop door. I'll show you the other side of the vent, but this vent is for fumes from welding. Just put a 6-inch fan in here, ran the cable or cord, but there's not a whole lot to it. This was all storage, all boxes and sailboat stuff, which I'm going to be getting rid of. Like half these shelves have sailboat equipment, 2 sets of cushions. I mean, it's ridiculous. Got my compressor. This is going inside, but yeah, I put this together. This is a table that one of my former roommates, his girlfriend, brought it over to our apartment in college and left it, and somehow the wood came out, so I bought some plywood, fit it inside, and then bought some 22 gauge steel and screwed it in, and now I've got a welding table. I'm horrible at welding, but it is structurally there, so I can just clamp on the ground and put anything on here that's metal. Yeah, this is going to be full of engine parts soon. This is just an air filter. I've been sweeping, so this kind of sucks the dust. I recommend you doing this. This is an air filter. I looked at buying a HEPA filter, and it was like $200 for the cheap one. Then I saw a guy on YouTube who said just get the HEPA filters and put them on the back of a box fan. This one is not HEPA, but the one I used for HEPA, you just buy the... I gotta put an asterisk. I got the highest one before HEPA. I didn't need it for pollen. Well, let me back up. You can get a HEPA filter that says HEPA. I get the highest one you can get before it's HEPA, and it's like 20 bucks, so it's kind of expensive. These are the lower grade. This will just pull all the dust out, and this is the second filter. I wish I knew where the other... Oh, it's outside. It is so dirt. It was so dusty in here, it literally clogged it after 2 days of running. So if you need a good HEPA filter, I'm saying HEPA in a general sense, get you a box fan. This one's round, but the square one's inside, and just tape a filter on the back. It works perfectly. and it's 30 bucks instead of 200. Let's see, there's not really a whole lot right now to talk about. Oh, this will be moved. This is where the engine's going to be. So I'm going to bring it in through here. This is just a tarp to keep the dust off my car. My little safe clean. Oh, she's so gorgeous, baby. But yeah, I'll back the car out, bring the cherry picker up here, put it on the stand, and then I'll just have the engines right here. Got plenty of room to walk around it. Got this bright light. I'm actually in the middle right now of getting these all fixed. They're such a pain. Like, this light bulb won't work here, but I'll probably go put it inside and it'll work. I don't understand how they work. Yeah, this is it. This is the shop. This is where it's all going to go down. Air compressor. I do have an air ratchet. I'm not going to be doing a ton of air ratchet type stuff, so I don't think I'll really need it, but it's here. And there's the welder. My neighbor gave it to me. It's a Matco. It's like $2,500. I gave him $300, and I still think that's way good deal. It's you know, Matco's pretty high-end stuff. So that's the shop. This is where it's going to go down. I'm going to try to get as much as possible on video of me talking to the guys. The guys, one of them is the main guy, King Machine and Welding. Actually, my neighbor who gave me that welder, technically I bought it from him, but he gave it to me. He is the one who recommended this guy, King. He's his relative, and he's his friend. And they go back hundreds of years. Their families go back hundreds of years to this area. And I found out after I bought this house that my ancestors, I wasn't even born here. I was born in Tampa, Florida. I ended up here in Tennessee on the same area of land that my ancestors settled in the 1600s. They came from Germany in the 1600s and settled this area. And I bought my first house there, not even born here. I didn't know that beforehand. My grandparents did a bunch of genealogy and found that out. I think it's really super cool. So my ancestors were more than likely friends with his ancestors. That's just super cool to me. See if I'm leaving. Oh, the other guy. So he's going to be the main guy. He's my advisor. He's the guy I'm going to go, you know, let's say I do the rear end and there's some tools that I need that I don't want to buy or make. I'm going to take him up to his shop. I'm going to borrow it. I'm going to rent it. I'm going to pay him. And then I can have him check off on it. That's what he's doing, is he's overseeing this build. He's going to check off on this, check off on that. The whole car, front to back, engine to rear end. The other guy, but here's the thing. He doesn't do engine work. He does engine work for himself, but he doesn't do it for commercially. So I can call him and ask him for engine work, engine help. Like, hey, I've got this clearance on these main bearings. Is it good or not? That kind of stuff. The other people he recommended, I haven't talked to them yet. So I'm going to have the same conversation with them. Hey, doing a YouTube video. You want to get some free advertising? You know, let me video our conversations. Because I'm going to be asking stuff that a noob would be asking. And ideally, that's probably who's going to be watching these videos. An expert car builder is not going to be watching this video. A guy like me who's building up from nothing, and I have tiny bit of knowledge, basically none. I'm coming into this like I know absolutely nothing. Then you can see the process and see what you need to do to go through this process. But they're going to be the ones doing the machine work on the block and potentially the heads. I forgot the name of the place. Well, there's two places he recommended. I'm going to talk to them both and see which one works out better. But they're both pretty close, like within 20 minutes driving. See if I'm leaving anything off. Yeah, this is the shop. That was a complete wreck. You can see a lot of the boxes over there. Those boxes were over here. And I have been carrying those boxes around since I was in college, which I got out in 2012. So there's stuff in there. Well, I'm not going to go on about that. It's just a bunch of stuff I've been collecting over the years. So that pile will be disappearing slowly and over time. All right, that's the shop. I can't wait to get the LS in here and start breaking it down. Can't wait to have the pistons and rings lined up. Crankshaft. This is going to come in handy. Yep. I'm going to have to buy some tools. Oh, my tools like wrench and sockets. Those are upstairs in my toolbox. I'm going to have to upgrade. I've got it might be a Craftsman, but it's red, and it's only two drawers and a lid. I have it absolutely jam-packed, so I'm probably going to be buying a 4-drawer and then putting the leftover stuff in that 3-drawer, and that 3-drawer is what, or 2-drawer with the lid, that's what's going to be staying in the Suburban. I've been toting it around because if I break down, I want to have tools with me, but I need those tools inside now, so that's what's going to be coming inside, and I'm going to have to up the toolbox size. It's just too full. It's unorganized. That's what I'm going to do this evening, is put all the sockets on those little tabs that kind of hold them in order. Where's one more thing? Yeah, I'm also going to buy an engine stand, a cherry picker, and a cart. I shopped last night. It's probably going to unfortunately be Harbor Freight, but they're out of stock now. Go figure. Yeah, I'm starting to remember things from when I did this back in high school, and I definitely used the cart. I think I only had a top and a bottom, and it was like indispensable. Being able to move the cart around, have your tools all lined out. And I don't have that many tools. I just have like basic sockets and wrenches, and I don't even think they're fully complete. Like, I'm sure I'm missing sockets and wrenches. So I don't need to buy a bunch of regular tools, but I will be having to buy some specialty tools. The one I'm anticipating it being expensive is the ring gap tool. I have not priced that because this is going to be forced induction, aka turbocharged, and NOS, but it's not going to be a lot of NOS, but it's boosted. You want to gap the rings, and I've seen people talk about how long it takes to do it with the file, so I'm just gonna cough up I'm hoping it's under $200, but there's gonna be plenty of room for that in here. And I'm even thinking, once I get the boxes cleaned out from that corner, there's some metal shelving that's kind of like this. I'm gonna turn this wall into metal shelving too, because this is just the first, this is just the first of many hot rod builds. This is just breaking the ice, getting started back into the hot rod world. This will be a 6-liter. Well, it will start as a 6-liter. It's going to be stroked, and it will be between 402 and 408. If the cylinder walls are okay and they don't need to be bored, I think it's going to be a 402. I forgot which when you bore it out. If I had to bore it, I would do the minimum. So 10 over, I think, is the minimum. That might be like a 403 or a 404. So this will likely be a 404 stroker, and that's a bigger crankshaft. So it's not going to be a 6-liter anymore. I don't know the number of the liters it will be after you stroke it, but it's a very common upgrade. I'm not doing anything special. I'm doing something that thousands of people have done before. I just like seeing the process. It makes me more confident that I can do it. And that's what I'm trying to do with these videos is, hey, you, guy off the street that doesn't know anything, you can do this. This is how it was for me, so expect this. That's the whole purpose of doing these videos. It takes more time. It's inconvenient. I'm not comfortable on camera. There's like several negatives about doing a YouTube video. But I'm taking the hit because I want to help people. I'm not ever going to be famous. I'm not ever going to be rich off of YouTube. I'm just doing it because I appreciate how much time and money others have saved me by doing videos. So I want to do my part. So that's why I'm doing the YouTube videos. I really don't want to, like I said, for several reasons. But I feel it's the right thing to do. So that will end up, I might just throw this video out there as a intro video, because there's nothing, the next video will likely be picking up the engine or the truck. So let me explain. I need an engine, transmission, transfer case, which I actually can use my own transfer case that I have, and a rear end, which I'm going to rebuild my rear end. But theoretically, I need everything replaced or rebuilt. Best case scenario is I find a GM 3/4 ton truck that's been wrecked that I can get for dirt cheap. When I say dirt cheap, like $1,500 or less. If not, then I'm going to have to piecemeal it. And I've already called Pull Apart. It's about a half-hour drive. I'm going to go up there next week and see what I have to work with. If there's a truck that's wrecked, I'm going to probably buy the whole truck. The engine itself, with the accessories, I think he said is $325. So if I can find a 6-liter for $325, and the transmission is that or less. So now you're seeing where the maximum I will pay for a truck. It would have to be under $1,500, because I could get the parts that I need for less than that. The engine, transmission are the expensive ones, and that's $700. So the rear end and the transmission transfer case are the only other twos, but I have those that will work. I'm gonna have to beef them up and rebuild them. So I would really like to find a truck about $1,200 to $1,300, and I've got AAA, so I could probably just have them tow it home. And I've got the premium AAA, which is like the mid-grade one. It's not the bare bones, it's the middle one, and I highly recommend it. The main reason I got it is if you get a tow when you have regular AAA, but it's like 5 miles, I think, is the maximum. Like, what? So I paid a little bit extra, and it is totally worth the money. I've used it several times, unfortunately, but it really is what they say it is. I had my car worked on, I think it was the rear end. Yeah, I think it was the rear end. The last time I used them, I scheduled the next day, let's just say noon. They showed up at noon, pulled on the truck, took it to the shop, no problems. So I do recommend upgrading to AAA mid-premium. I think it's called Premier. Yeah. All right, that's enough rambling. I just wanted to get this stuff out of the way, because from here on out, it's going to be probably just working on stuff. Yeah, if I can think of something that I want to put in this video, if not, I'm going to go put it on the computer and possibly just throw this video out there. So until next time, I guess, stay tuned.